Hello Stampers, I'm Dina Lanzendorf and welcome to my video. All this week on my videos I am focusing on the Ornate Garden Suite that is actually an early release from our upcoming catalog. It is a fabulous suite, so fun and great to work with, and everything is just beautiful. The suite actually contains two different stamp sets. So there's this one here called Ornate Thanks that is mostly words, and then there's this one here, Ornate Style, that is all the flowers. They are beautiful and they go beautiful together. The suite also contains two different sets of dies. There is an ornate border dies, which we will use some on our project today, and there is also the ornate layers dies, which is just lots of different layers which you can cut out of cardstock and layer on your cards. They're absolutely beautiful. The suite also contains some really nice Ornate Garden Specialty Designer Series paper, which is beautiful paper, and I've used on a couple of my cards already this week. It also has a embossing folder, which we use today, some Ornate Garden ribbon combo pack. It's two different colors of ribbon, and then the gilded gems. So it's really just been a fun suite to be working with. Here's the card actually that I did on Tuesday for my video, so you can look for that if you are interested in learning how to make that. So today, this is the card that we're going to be making. I decided to go with some colors outside of the suite, so I wasn't able to do the coordinating ribbon and all that on this card. Instead, I used some other products that I thought lended itself very well to this suite. So are you ready to get started with this? Let's do it. So to start off with this card, I used actually the in colors that are retiring. So it has already been announced that they are retiring very, very soon. So if there's anything that Stampin' Up! Has in these in colors, you need to order them ASAP because the retiring colors do go out of stock very, very quickly. So this is the Blueberry Bushel cardstock that is retiring, and this piece measures 8.5 by 5.5. You're just going to fold it in half to make your card base. Be sure and use a bone folder so that your fold is nice and crisp. For our next layer, we are using just Whisper White, and it is a piece that is 5.25 by 4, and I have run it through the embossing folder that goes in this suite. It is such a beautiful embossing folder. The flowers are so pretty, and they just make a really great background. Okay. Before I can put this piece on our card, though, we have to adhere our ribbon. So I am using my favorite ribbon, which I'm really hoping does not retire. This is the Polka Dot Tulle ribbon. And all I want to do is I want to cut a piece that is about a 1/2 inch wider on both sides than the card I want to put it on. Okay. And you know, every time I like to do ribbon, I like to use our tear and tape because I think it holds ribbon the best. Okay. It's the strongest. So I'm just going to turn this over. Put two pieces of tear and tape, one on each side, just like that. I'm going to take the backing off, and then I am going to attach my ribbon. Okay, so I just kind of lay it across where I want it. Let's kind of measure this and see. Okay, so that it is hanging over about my 1/2 inch on both sides. Then I'm just going to wrap my ribbon around, and I'm going to press it into the tear and tape that's back there to hold it. Okay, and that is it. So now I'm ready to go ahead and use my Tombow glue, which you know I like it the best for putting my cards together. And I'm just going to put this on the card front. Okay. All right, so let's keep working down. This piece right here, this is a border die that is in the suite, okay? So it's actually not that one. Here we go. In the Ornate Borders dies, and it's this one right here. So I just cut my piece of cardstock a 1/2 inch wide, ran it through my Big Shot with the die, and then it comes up with this little lacy piece right here. So all I'm going to do is, again, take my Tombow, just put it in a few areas, and then I'm going to lay that across here right underneath my ribbon. Okay, and then what I want to do, take my paper snips And I'm just going to trim it right across there like that. Okay. Now we're ready to work on this main piece right here. So what I have done is I have used my stitched label dies, and I have cut out a piece that is the biggest circle. Okay, now I want to stamp on here not only a sentiment that says you're amazing, but I also want to do some of the flower from the big flower stamp that is in this one right here, the Ornate Style stamp set. Okay, I think it is beautiful, but I just wanted to show how you can put it on a card front and just do part of it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink up my stamp, and I just really need to ink up the top part of it. And you know what? I'm going to hold off on that, and I'm going to do my words first. I'm going to ink up my words, and I'm going to put them up here as high as I can make them go, but still stay on. Okay? Now I'm going back to my flower. I'm going to ink it up, and I'm just going to put it on here, and it will hang off, but just so I can get as much of it on there as I can. Okay, now what that does is it gives me a little bit of area to color without taking up a whole lot of time. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to take my markers in the same colors. These are the end colors that are retiring, and I am just going to color this image. I'm just going to go along, color it all in. I'm not using my blends, so you will see some lines, you will see some white spots that I happen to miss, things like that. But sometimes it just calls for a regular marker color and not necessarily the blends. And we do not have the blends in all of our colors yet. So sometimes we use the markers. And I really feel like it's therapeutic to color. As long as you don't put a lot of pressure on yourself and say that it has to be perfect, then it can be very therapeutic. And it does not have to be perfect. You can see on mine, I am not a perfect colorer, but on my finished card, it still looks great. And I think that is it. So I'm going to go through and use my fine point, color my stems a little bit, just like that. Okay, now I'm going to color the daisy flowers in Pineapple Punch. Oh, what I just used was Call Me Clover. Okay, again, these are the end colors that are retiring. Hopefully you see this video in enough time to get your order placed before this stuff is all gone. Because like I said before, the retiring in color stuff always seems to sell out so super fast. Okay, there's that. Now let's do the Grapefruit Grove. You know what, we're going to mix this up a little bit. We're going to do the Grapefruit Grove to color the middles of our flowers. We're just going to make it a little different than my sample. We'll see which one we like best. And then this is the Lovely Lipstick. And we'll do our little flowers in this. Alrighty, so there you go. There is, oops, there's some right down here I need to color, it looks like. There is our image colored all up. Looks very nice. Okay, so like I said, this circle was cut out using these layering circle, or no, this was the stitched shapes. So I decided that I wanted a little something to pop behind it. So out of, again, my Pineapple Punch cardstock, I used the layering circle dies and found a scallop circle that was just a little bigger than this circle, so that I just had it pop just a little bit from back behind. Okay, so now this I want to put on with some dimensionals because I just want it to pop a little bit. So we're going to take our backing off of them. And we're going to pop it on our card front, just like that. Okay, now to complete our ribbon, you're going to take your polka dot ribbon tool. You're just going to cut a piece off that's maybe 4 or 5 inches. We're just going to pass it under the ribbon piece that's on there, and we're just going to tie it into a knot just like that. So it just kind of gives it a more finished look for our ribbon. So there you go. That is the outside of the card. Now, I did want to show you some of the other dies that are in this set so that you can see what they do. So I decided we're going to do the inside of this card. And it's dark, so I like to do a light layer so that people can read the sentiment or my handwriting. So this is another piece of Whisper Right, and this measures 5 1/4 by 4. And this is another one of the border dies that is in the die set, and it is so pretty. So I decided I wanted to cut it out and use it too. So I'm just going to put some adhesive on the back of it, and I'm going to run it down one side of my Whisper White cardstock like that. Okay, before I put it together, let's go ahead and trim off the extra, and then it's ready to put inside. So you can either put it with it on the inside like that or on the outside like that, whatever happens to float your boat. Okay, go ahead and put my Tombow adhesive on there like that. I'm going to center this inside of our card. And there we go. There is a cute little card using the retiring in colors that is also going along using my suite that I am focusing on this week, which is the Ornate Garden Suite. So the Ornate Garden Suite, all of the products are not in a catalog yet. They will be in the new catalog that comes out in June. But for now, if there's any pieces that you would like, or if you'd like the numbers, the ordering numbers, just be sure and contact me at dina@inkandwithdink.com and I'll help you out. Be sure if you place your order online that you use my April host code. I am giving away card kits for anyone that places an online order of at least $25 and uses my host code. And this month's card kit looks like this. You actually get 6 cards in your card kit. You get 2 of each of these. And the way it works is that you will get 1 finished card, plus you will get a card kit for you to make on your own. If you happen to have these particular stamps, you can make it look just like this, or use whatever stamps you happen to have to complete your card. So again, if you place an online order of at least $25 with me this month, you will get this particular card kit free from me as a thank you. Okay, so be sure and share my video so that others can see this too. I hope you have enjoyed me covering the Ornate Garden Suite this week, and thanks for watching.